Hi everyone, Amanda Jane here from Amanda Jane Crafts, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this lovely one row repeat scarf. I've done a sample here using 2 strands of double knitting together, and this took me about 3 hours, so not long at all. So you could spread it out over a couple of evenings. I made this quite wide for a large child, maybe a 8 or 9 year old, and it's about 7 inches wide and about 36 inches long. So let's start with a sample and I'll talk you through it as we go through. But it's just a lovely pattern and really snuggy and warm for this cold weather. So I'm using an Aran weight yarn today in this lovely coral colour. And I've gone up a hook size. Normally I'd use a 5mm crochet hook, but today I've gone up to a 6mm crochet hook because you want this to drape well because it's a scarf. I'm going to start off by crocheting 23 stitches. This gives you a nice wide scarf. If you want to go down, take off multiples of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now in the second chain from the hook, you're going to do a single crochet. So that's the first chain from the hook. This is nothing. And you're going to do a single crochet in here. And to do that, going to insert your hook. Now I'm going to go into the V, capturing 2 strands on top of my work. You could go into the top, like so. That's also one way of doing it. I'm going to go into the V. You could also go into the back bump, but that's for another day. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you single crochet all the way across. Simply insert your hook into the V, pick up 2 strands, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's get a bit more yarn here. Insert your hook into the V, pick up 2 strands, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you keep doing this down through each stitch. So this is like a foundation row, if you like, and the pattern actually starts in the next row. And when you finish your scarf, it's as long as you want it to be, you're going to do another row of single crochet at the other end just to finish it off. Now you could add tassels to the end of your scarf. I tend to find that for children those just simply get in the way, so I haven't added tassels to mine, but if you fancy adding tassels, then cut off some strands and add them at the bottom. Now the reason I used 2 lots of double crochet was because I had a little left over on a couple of balls of wool that I'd used for a cardigan, and I wanted to use them up, and I had just enough to finish up some spare yarn. So never throw any away. You never know when you might need it. Still got some left, so it might be a pair of mittens next. So I'm nearly reached the end of the row, so we're going to go right to the end like so. Now the last stitch when you're going into the bottom V is quite tricky, so you might just want to turn your hook towards you, or turn your work towards you, push through and underneath. Yarn over, pull up. All right, now we're going to do a two chain, 1, 2, turn our work to the left, and then you're always going to go into this first gap at the bottom of the chain. So in other words, count down 2, 1, 2, and then your first stitch, your first double crochet is going to be in that stitch there. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So that's your side. We're now going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and we're going to do 3 double crochet into the same stitch. Yarn over, 1, yarn over, in the same stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Yarn over, the third one into the same stitch, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Skip 2, 1, 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and we keep repeating this across the row. So 3 double crochet all in the same stitch, then we skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, 3 in this stitch, 1, 2, 3. So there's no chain in between our clusters. Just skip those 2 stitches, 3 in here. So if you've done granny squares, this is a pretty easy beginner stitch pattern to remember because it's very, very similar. Because you're going to use double crochet stitches for the scarf in these clusters of 3, and the next row it gets easier. One, 2, and 3. Skip 2, and in the last stitch you're going to do one sole double crochet, just all on its own, into that last stitch. Chain 2, turn your work. Now when it comes to this row, this is the repeat row. It's very similar to the row below. So you can see that we've got the beginning, we've got our double crochets and our chains, and then we've got these clusters in between. So you could reduce this by 3 stitches or 6 stitches if you wanted a narrow scarf. So you can do the calculations. It's not very difficult. So how do we do this repeat row? We've done our 2 chain, we've turned our work. Now we do 1 double crochet in that first stitch just there. Then we skip a chain and we find the top of this double crochet here. So you've got the top of these either side. You want to aim for this point just here and do 3 double crochet in that spot. So if you can just find the middle of your cluster, you'll be fine. There's the middle. 1, 2, 3. That's the middle one. We come up to the top of the stitch. We go in here. Yarn over. 3 double crochet in that same stitch all the way across. And that gives us a nice open work, but not too lacy pattern. Works up quickly. You're doing almost an inch every single row, so you can imagine it's maybe slightly less than an inch. You can imagine how quickly you can get this finished. So if one of your kids is cold, or you want to scarf yourself for something in these cold days, this is a really, really quick pattern. I'll just get to the end of this row and I show you where to put your last double crochet. So the best place to aim for your last double crochet is this, the top of the 2 chain. So we're going to go into there. Now this can get a little tight, so just push quite tightly. And remember, you're using a bigger hook than normal, so you might have to just push it quite hard. 2 chain, turn your work. So don't make that last chain too tight, because it makes it easier when you come back. The other thing not to forget is that you're going to do your first double crochet into this space here. And that's the same on every row. And then you'll work your way across. I'll just do 1 cluster and then we'll turn it round and have a look at the right side of the work. So the front and the back, right side and the wrong side of the work do look the same, even though each row is slightly different. They do look the same. I'm only saying this is the right side because the tail's on the left, which is usually the right side. So that's what it looks like. So we've got our clusters in 3s, and on one at the beginning of the rows we have the chain 2, 1 double crochet. At the end you just got 1 double crochet before you do your 2 chain. You want to just have a double crochet on the end to make sure these sides stay nice and straight. So this is a cluster stitch beginner scarf pattern, 1 row repeat, and you can make it in, as I said, 3 hours. So let's compare this with the one I did yesterday, which I did in the 2 strands of double knitting. So if we put one on top of the other, they are almost identical in tension, even going across. They're virtually the same, slight difference, but not a noticeable difference. So I would use an Aran worsted weight yarn. 2 strands of double knitting is going to be slightly thicker to feel, so slightly plushier. So if you've got some double knitting weight, good way to use that yarn up. And you keep going. I think I've done about 3 feet. They say you should do the height of the person wearing it, and that will give you a nice scarf that you can tuck round. I would fold this, could fold this in half. This would also be good if you just wanted to wrap it round an adult's neck to tuck into a coat. So that's my easy 1 evening, 1 row repeat crochet scarf pattern. And I'm going to do some more scarf patterns, so subscribe to the channel and press that bell for notifications. And if you've enjoyed this video, press the thumbs up button, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.